Bust a quick stunt, dude?
Yeah, I'll do an
Can you bust
inaugural
a
hop.
stunt?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Who can pull the coolest move? Go in there.
Oh shit!
Imagine it.
I have a huge headache now.
Blast door open. Blast pad acquired.
What is this?
This is a crash pad. I've been wanting one of these my entire life.
What's a crash pad?
A crash pad is what you can jump onto from high distances and not hurt yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
It doesn't feel all that soft. They're hard to find because they're a very specialty piece of hardware, like gymnastics or rock climbing.
Is this what the big Hollywood stunt guys use?
This is what the big Hollywood stunt guys use. In fact, we bought it from big Hollywood stunt guys.
What the heck? Where are we gonna fit this, man?
I don't know.
Be busy.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh snap! Is that what I think it is?
You want to do one hop? One hop and we open in 5 seconds.
I'll do an inaugural hop.
Bump. Bust a quick stunt, dude?
Yeah, I'll do an
Can you bust
inaugural
a
hop.
stunt?
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Where's Ren?
Brand new.
Ren!
Big boy.
What? This, oh,
Well, yeah, with the tripod if you need it flat and big.
what the heck?
No, this is, every time I jump on a crash pad, it's been mesh side up.
Yes. Really? What? Yes.
Yeah, this is to protect it from the dirt. This is no protection from the dirt.
Yeah, you don't want rocks in here.
Yeah, you don't want rocks in there. You're
Yeah.
right.
Did someone say header?
Jeez, I didn't even know that was about to happen.
Yo, I can do that too.
Ooh.
Hey, I could do that also, again, one more.
Whoa.
You know backflip? Whoa! Damn, I didn't know you had that in you, Wes.
Match in it.
Wait, Clint, let me clothesline you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I've never done that before. I don't know.
You don't have to run, just stay in place.
Backflip. Last time I tried doing this and tried jumping over a kick, I landed on my head. So today we're with Chris, who works at Leica, and he has brought a very special piece of technology that I've just been oogling over for many, many years here. As you know, we like to recreate like digital environments in many ways. Sometimes we'll take like an HDR scan of an environment to project lighting and materials and reflections onto digital characters. Other times, like in anime self-driving cars, we'll like photo scan an entire environment with like a drone and stitch all the photos together and map it out to create a virtual environment. But Chris here has brought a special tool that can kind of do all that in one.
So this is the Leica BLK 360. It's a 3D scanner using LiDAR. It's also got HDR imagery capabilities.
Our goal for today is to photo scan our studio and the loading dock and basically get a 3D model and a digital recreation of our entire workspace for their use. I don't think I'm gonna do this.
Where did this come from? I went to the bathroom for like 1 minute, and I come back and we got, what is this?
This is for you.
What'd I do?
Yep.
Is it like actually?
No, it's not soft at all. Nice. Hey.
Who can pull the coolest move? Go in there.
Trick shots.
We put this under the railing.
Oh, that just hurt.
Ren, the question is, man, what does it taste like?
I just can't taste right now.
This is supposed to be safe, Nico.
It is safe. Ren doesn't have brain damage. He's just always like that.
He's fine.
That's how he contemplates.
It's just, I have a huge headache now, like instantaneous bad headache.
Dang! Ren doesn't have a crash pad inside of the skull, so his brain still hit the skull.
You know what we have to do though, right?
What?
We have to go put it over there so we jump off the
Jump
balcony.
off. Yeah. Is that a good idea?
How big of a space can this thing scan? Could it do the whole? Could it get all the way back there?
Yeah, actually, so from a single location, when it shoots out, it's got a maximum range of 60 meters, so about 200 feet. So that's in full 360. Essentially, the only kind of blind spot is pretty much the footprint of the actual tripod right here.
Yeah, so yeah, today we're gonna go space to space here and scan our studio. And then next time we have to film anything here or maybe even use this 3D model we've created, we have it right here on hand. Okay, so here in our loading dock, I can give you guys the best example of why this technology is really special to us. When we filmed our Boston Dynamics video, in order to get that robot looking like it's naturally in the scene, we would take our Insta360 cameras and we would scan a 360 HDR of this environment. And that image basically allows us to separate the bright points from the dark points and basically light our scene. So if you look around here, you can see there's like some lights there, we got some lights up here. It basically, yeah, it's able to tell us where our light sources are coming from. However, there was one small issue that led us to have to basically redo that lighting. When you scan a 360 HDR of an environment, you're basically getting a giant sphere. That's what your image ends up looking like. You get a sphere that surrounds your environment. The problem though is that sphere, it's not in 3 dimensions here, it's in 2. Imagine I'm inside a sphere here of light, but the problem is that when you scan it in 2 dimensions, that light sphere has to kind of move with you because it's at an infinite distance. It doesn't actually move with your scene or anything like that. So when you have an issue like this, where you have a scene that has a single top light, when you scan your HDR, whenever the character is standing directly beneath the light, it's going to look completely natural. But suddenly, if the character steps in 3D space away from it, that 360 HDR, it's not going to move away. It's going to stick with your scene. It's a long-winded explanation, but I feel like that's as concise as I can possibly make it.
Don't do it, Ren.
You have too much to live.
Don't do it, Ren.
Wes has something to show you guys.
Do I?
Yeah.
I was just gonna do a side.
Ren!
This is quite a bit higher when you're up here.
Ren, you're just following your cat instincts. Come down. This is not safe.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you're actually coming down. Oh my god. Yo, dude.
Careful, Ren.
I like how we're doing this around the most dangerous things we could be doing this around. Like there's a guillotine here. There's
computers.
expensive computer gear.
So much going on.
That was like Boston Dynamics.
Nick, how did that feel?
Great, dude. Better than it feels when you're on concrete. We must jump from higher things.
The ground is not high enough. Ren, we gotta work our way up to it.
Ren! Don't do it, Ren!
Whoa! I'm not landing on my back. I'm just gonna land on my feet. Yeah, see, it's super easy.
Oh my god. What does the back do? Isn't it gonna like knock the wind out of you?
There are proper ways to fall on a crash pad. We are having fun breaking it in, but.
Ren?
That is, you feel the acceleration. Yeah. Oh my god. Just that extra like 4 or 5 feet there is a big difference.
Quick, hang on, man. Hang on.
Hang on.
Oh, no! Ready? Are you supposed to hold it? Like even if you no, but get the thickness.
I don't think I. Dude, that almost just took the camera out, dude. I know.
You see his shoe went up there.
So let's try scan here.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to like run and hide?
Oh, yeah, so if you want to get your best, cleanest stuff, you have 2 options. Yeah, you can run and hide behind something, or you can do the little BLK 360 dance. As this rotates, you can kind of
Can we just like get up? Can we get against the wall and just like be?
No, because it's gonna go past us and scan us. I mean, we'll be permanently set in stone in that scene forever.
How long does that take scanning wise then?
So scanning, if we did medium resolution point cloud, which is typically you're probably putting around about 15 million points, 4 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Stone Age triangle music.
Saw this one company overseas a few years ago where they were testing it out they did models, they shot models, like literally people, and I saw they were doing some funky stuff where they purposely had the models like moving with the scanner, so they would in the end like Talk about some janky things. You can see a long person, but in 3D then, so the same as a panorama.
A 3D squish?
A 3D squish.
Oh man.
I wouldn't fall off that railing onto my back. That would definitely hurt. Yeah, it's hard on the brain. Still hurts my brain.
Hopefully we can use this for some cool videos in the future, right?
Yeah, this is what we can fall onto now. Anytime we need to jump off something. It's a little stiff.
So how do you like the crash mat so far?
I like it. Clint's about to like pile drive me or something.
What are you doing, dude?
I was just gonna jump over you.
Oh.
The joke is gone. Hey, check this out. Check this out.
Oh, dude, you should set it up against the wall, ride your one wheel into it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go.
Oh, dude. Are you alright, man? Here's your glasses, dude.
I really gotta get going though, dude. Oh, for real, I gotta get going, guys.
Here, man.
That's good. You go. Catch you later, dude. I'll see you later. Peace out.
Dude, get out of here, man. You're fucking crazy.
Wait, Clint, you're back home. Look at you. Whoa! Why is that so squishy?
I don't know if that was a squishy sound more than a fart from Clint. Oh, it smells bad, dude. Oh my god. For real this time, bro. I'm leaving.
Bye.
I see you, dude.
The scans work?
This will be a much denser point cloud once we're done, but it's just like
I mean, it already looks super great.
yeah. So this is the actual photo 360 view. So looking directly from the point of the scanner, you just simply turn the HDR on, it'll auto adjust.
So the scan's done. How many scans was that?
So we did about 13, 14 scans.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
yeah.
how are we gonna put all this data together?
Sure. So in the process, we kind of usually say registration, alignment, stitching together. When I say any of those, I mean all the same thing. It's all these scans really don't know where they are in 3D space, so it all comes to overlapping data. So every time we set it up, we make sure there's overlapping data between those, and then essentially like putting a puzzle together. Here's an example of a top-down view of the scans we've taken. These chunks, this chunk over here is one bundle that's all been together, and I've got two other scans that have not been registered yet. So all I have to do, I know this was over in front of the airsoft stuff, so if I just hit this link and we'll hit optimize and just see it snaps them together, we hit create link.
That's so stupidly easy looking. That's super cool.
Yeah,
like
then
because honestly, like of all the scans we've done though, like piecing multiple scans together is by far the most difficult thing I've ever tried to do. This is a lot of data. Look at this. Like this is crazy.
So again, this is just kind of like low res preview of the data. This will be all a lot more solid, but it also kind of like a almost a little X-ray view
So
kind
fun
of
to
thing.
just like
Float around and see.
Yeah.
Pick a point, tap the screen, and then
God, you can do
final
measure.
point. Just
So you can just measure it. Oh my god, that's so cool. Well, I guess so we have to process this data first before we mess with it because it's just a preview. And then after that we get to figure out how we want to play with it.
yeah, absolutely. Next steps to come.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming by, making the time to come out here.
Yeah.
I know you have a packed schedule showing.
Sure.
Everyone wants to see this.
Yeah, right.
So I'm really glad we got to do this, and hopefully we can get this out to you guys, so that way you can take a look and see what our studio's like without having to fly out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move it. We'll move it. Okay. And haven't we bullied Clint enough, guys?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, are you Clint? Ready, Nico?
That's what it'd be like to fall on your one wheel without guards.
You look like, from behind, you look like the dude from Spaceballs.
Hi.